Be so fucking for real if you thought that I wasn't going to be taking a part of this Stuff Your Kindle day. Especially with it lasting 3 days. Be so fucking for real right now. I'll be completely honest. My Kindle was already like 75% stuffed, right? So I had to unstuff it a little bit so I could stuff it some more. Unfortunately, there was a good bit of things that I didn't get around to downloading just because I didn't have the space and I wasn't gonna let some of these other books go. So I had to pick and choose, had to flip a coin. It is what it is. So I'm gonna just show y'all the books that I did end up getting. Here we go. Let's just go ahead and kick it off with the paranormal romances and also the fantasy romances that I chose. The first one up, this one is actually a trilogy. I can't even really tell you what it's about because baby, I don't even much know. All I saw was the main character. I think her name is Ever. She's in a race against the clock to not only save her own soul, but also the soul of the boy next door, who she happens to be in love with. But the kicker is homeboy already dead. So I'm not really sure how that's gonna work out, but I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna find out. We also have the Myrtle Woods Mysteries, books 1 through 3. This one apparently is about a single mom and her teenage daughter. The mom accidentally activated her own powers and now she's a witch. There are random murders that's happening all over the town and I'm assuming she uses said powers to solve the murders. There's a whole lot of tea drinking going on in the books as well, and baby, I love me some good tea, so why not? Next up, we got Wicked Court, which is the first book of 3. This is a trilogy, and it's supposed to be a duet, which I love. The main character is the youngest in a royal family, is giving very much black sheep / underdog vibes. And by now, y'all should already know, I love a book where the underdog is taking their power back, especially if it's a woman. Then we have Alice in the Land of Clovers. This is the Alice Pick a Card series, which is a series of 5 books total. In this reverse harem, Alice is clearly the main character here, who apparently falls in a hole. And she ends up in Wonderland where there are 3 brothers that are fighting for the throne, and all 3 of them actually want her as their queen. I'm trying to see who she gonna pick and if she gonna pick all 3. The next one we got is Bound by Death. This one apparently is an arranged marriage fantasy romance, but what I didn't know is this is actually the 10th book in the series, bitch. And apparently all the books are considered standalones, but this particular book gonna have to stand on its own and collect dust until I read the first 9 books, because y'all already know I don't play that. I still gotta read it all in order. Now we getting over into my newfound territory, baby, with these dark romances and smucktastical vibes. This one here is The Sacrifice, and it's book 1 of a trilogy called Her Monstrous Boys. I could not pronounce that just now. I don't even got a clue what this one is about, but the cover is fire, and it has a 5-star rating, so I jumped on the train. Then we have Brutal Savage, book 1 of another trilogy series, also another dark romance with a sprinkle of mafia vibes. I'm here for it. Here we have Sight, which is actually book 3 of a 5 erotic novella series called The 5 Senses. Baby, I went back and downloaded Touch, Taste, and Sound too, because yes, hello. The last novella, I think it's called Scent, but it won't be out until November 14th. But baby, that's fine. I can wait on it. Anyway though, Sight is based on a voyeurism, which I'm very much into. And if you don't know what that means, baby, Google is your best friend. Okay, pumpkin? My 3 Rivals is the next book. I actually really hate the cover. I hate it so much. So I almost skipped over it. But the rating on Goodreads is a 4.5. This one is a spicy enemies to lovers reverse harem type vibe. So I'm pretty sure I can get into it. Snowed In with Benefits is a smutty enemy to lovers romance where they get snowed in together. And clearly ain't nothing else to do but talk shit and hunch each other. So it's probably gonna be good. And I'm probably gonna save that one for December since it's like a whole snowy vibe, you know? Then there's Color Her, where 2 very different girls from 2 different walks of life share a common interest with one another. And no, the common interest is not each other's cootie pop. At least not immediately. Moving on to all the sappy shit, my rom-com picks. First up is How to Choose a Guy in 10 Days. This book is actually one of 3. Not really sure if they're standalones, but the storyline of this particular book definitely reminds me of the movie She's All That, except reverse the roles of the main characters and also take away the whole prom situation. I also saw this book called The Woman Who Felt Invisible. I just thought it was very interesting. I'm assuming just from the little blurb that I read, this is a woman that's really just trying to find herself again. It is like a rom-com. Well, I don't even know if it's a rom-com. It's like a romance novel, one or the other. I don't know. But it seemed interesting. So I'm going to get into it and see what it's about. Monogamy is Overrated is the next book on my list. It's a real grumpy, spicy, rom-com, unrequited love, second chance vibes type of ordeal. One person wholeheartedly believes in monogamy and having one true love, while the other person not so much. So that should be interesting. Last but not least, Formula for Redemption. This book is actually number 4 in the series, but it's also a Christmas holiday vibe. So I'm probably going to save this for my December TBR as well. The main characters made a deal to fake a relationship with one another. The female lead needed a date to her sister's wedding, and the male lead needed to show face in front of his family for the holidays. He played fuck up with some type of business deal or something, so now he trying to, like, I don't fucking know. It just seemed interesting, so I added it to the list. Why not? Why not? It was free. Well, those are all my books that I got for the Stuff Your Kindle haul for the free ski. Let me know in the comments if y'all want me to do some reaction videos or something, or if you're interested to know my ratings with some of the other books. I got you covered. Happy reading.